to stop for us. We don't break the law. We don't, the city police have told us, as long as you don't block a street or a sidewalk, in Chattanooga, you can preach the gospel anywhere. You don't have to have a special permit for it. And so, great. We can go anywhere and preach the gospel. That's part of our American freedom. We can have a meeting. We can preach freely. Nobody questions us. That's awesome. But if you go to private property, or especially if you go to some, it's polite, if you're going to be in front of an apartment, in the lawn right in front of their apartment, it would be nice to go in and say, is it okay if we had this children's meeting right in front of your house? Now, most times they'll say, fine. But if they say, I'd rather you didn't, fine. Pick up and move. Okay? We are not there to offend people needlessly. Okay? So that's all part of preparation. Praying, assigning members of the team, bringing the right equipment. This happens every week this summer with UNTs. You'll say, somebody's got to bring the pad, somebody's got to bring the tarp, and you get there and none of the stuff's there. Oh, I thought he was going to do it. Just a little thing like that can mess up your whole meeting. Okay? Did anybody bring the pad? No. Last I saw it was in so-and-so's trunk. Okay? Preparation. Very important. Next step. Gathering. You get to the neighborhood. How are you going to get kids to come?
Go to their door.
Go ask them. Go out and knock on doors. Go 2 by 2. Now, here's what happens, usually at a meeting. If I'm the team leader, I would pick who my song leaders are. And I would say, song leaders, you don't go. You stay right with me. We'll set up the display. We'll set up the tarp. And I will have my song people there. And I will say, everybody out. I want you all going and recruiting kids. After a few minutes, kids will start coming. Or maybe you will go around the corner and all of a sudden there's 5 kids. And, hey, boys and girls, would you like to come to a Bible club? And, okay. And, you gather your hands, you bring them, you sit them down. As soon as you're gathering a small crowd, that's when the songs begin. As children start singing, other children hear the singing. It attracts them to come. You start building the crowd. Now here's one of the things that's happened. It's happened to me. I remember when I was young and the leader said, okay, Randy, go out and invite people to come. And I walked, half a block and I froze. I just was scared to death. For some reason, on that particular day, I remember it because it was the only day it ever happened to me, but I got scared. And I just stood there. And after a while, I came back. And the leader looked at me and said, well? And I had to tell him the truth. I said, I got scared. And he was so kind to me. He says, sometimes that happens. No problem. But other people, thankfully, had gone out and invited other people to come. So I just want you to know it can be a very human reaction. You will choke. That's why you shouldn't go by yourself. You go with 1 or 2 other people. That way you encourage each other. These are just little kids. Okay? Why are you intimidated? Just ask them. If they say, no, I don't believe in God, I'm an atheist. 8-year-olds don't say that. So, where was I? Gathering the kids. So when they come, though, you've got to have something going on or they won't stay. Here's one thing you need to know about open air meetings. You are in competition with everything. If an airplane goes overhead and it's more interesting than you, you will lose your crowd. If the ice cream truck comes by, you will lose your crowd. If somebody starts a fight over a bicycle, you will lose your crowd. Anything could be in competition with you. So when the children come, you have got to engage them. You have got to get them busy singing and listening and involved and happy. And once that happens, you pretty much have control. And you can have these kids probably for up to an hour with very few problems, as long as you keep it interesting and exciting. But as soon as you become boring, it's over. So, it's important that things move along quickly. So it's got to start. You can't wait too long to start. The leader may say, go out and I want everybody back within 10 minutes. So if you go out with 2 or 3 people, how long should you be out? No more than 10 minutes. And what will happen is, some of you will go out and somebody said, oh, can I go ask my mom? What's your answer? Yes. Of course. Or would you come ask my mom? Yes, I will. And can we go down the street and get my cousin? See, those kind of things happen, and you have to say, I can't go that far. We got to get back to the meeting because it's already started. So you have to limit yourself, okay? Holding the people. We've talked about that, about being in competition. One good rule about holding children. Now watch what I do. Tell me what I'm doing. Boys and girls, today we're happy to be out here, and we're going to tell you about God. And let's see. We're going to tell you about God, and I'm going to tell you a Bible story. And what am I doing? I'm not making any eye contact. That's a great way to lose your crowd. So if you're going to work with children, you've got to be visually engaging. Okay? Visually engaging. Have a visual point of reference. Look at them in the eye and be animated. Did I say animated? Does anybody know what animated means? Lively, moving. Okay? If you know, and literally, I have seen people do this. Bring a big Bible. King David, Goliath, and they're reading the story from the Bible, never looking at the kids, no action. And God bless them, there are some kids who actually sit through that. I don't know how. And some people, all they've ever done is go to church and listen to a boring preacher, and they imitate that preacher. Now here's the cool thing. The Holy Spirit is involved in His Word. So He can use really bad performance, but we should not try to make, have that a habit. We need to do the best we can. Okay? And it'll take some energy, but if you're well prepared, that should not be a problem. Okay? Okay, let's talk about the agenda. Now, I mentioned a few things. The agenda, first of all, you gather together for prayer before you go out. We'll do that at 6:30. We make assignments. We'll do that even before that, so people know what they're going to do. Before this class is over, I want to know who's going to do the singing tonight, and who's going to do the puzzle tonight, and who's going to do the crafts or the refreshments tonight. So I want you to be thinking about what part you're willing to play. All right? So we get there, we set up, we have a team leader, we have songs. So singing is one aspect of it. Bible puzzle. Anybody here ever play Hangman? Yeah. What's the game on television that Wheel of Fortune? Where you fill in the blanks? Well, a puzzle can be like that. A puzzle can be a Bible verse where you just have, you go like this. You just have these spaces, and you say, boys and girls, today we're going to have a puzzle. Up here, I've got a verse from the Bible, and you have to guess the letters that go in here. And the way we're going to do that is, if you want to guess, you have to raise your hand. What do you have to do to guess? Very good, you didn't raise your hand. Yes, you got to raise your hand and I will call on you. If you don't raise your hand, I won't call on you. By the way, once you make a rule like that, you better keep it. Because as soon as you break that rule, you have chaos. So if you want to control a children's meeting, make rules and then keep them. Okay? So, boys and girls, if you want to answer and help me fill this in, all you have to do is raise your hand, and if you guess a correct letter, I'll put it up here. If it's not there, and this is where you can mess around with this game, one thing we do is fill in a piece of pie. We'll say, if you don't get the right letter, I will fill in a piece of pie. And if I fill this whole pie in before you guess the letters, I win. But if you will get all the letters in before that, then you win. Who's going to win? You know, yeah, we will. Okay. Very good. Who has the first letter? Help me out. You're the children. This is happening. Sir.
No, I was just saying, don't raise your hand.
Who has a letter? Yes.
E.
E. Don't let adults go to your meeting. Very good. 1E. That's awesome. Yes. Oh my. Wow. Yes. That was 3 R's. Very, very good. Just like John Perkins, 3 R's. Yes. A. No. Good guess. Good guess, sir. But I'm sorry, but I got a piece of pie. Yes.
I.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Yes. 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 Oh. You guys are good. I don't know what. Yes. Okay. Now, by the way, what just happened will happen. You call on a kid, and he's got his hands up, and you go, yes, and he goes, you know, because he wanted to be called on, but he hadn't actually thought of the letter. And one of the things you want to do when you're doing this, do not humiliate children. You want to encourage them. So you may say, okay, you keep thinking, I'm going to come back to you, okay? And if they get one wrong, don't make it, unless it's him, don't make him feel bad, okay? So what did you say, N? Yes, very good. Okay, yes, sir. Oh my goodness, yes. Very good, 2 O's. Yes?
You.
Very good. Yes. X. S. Oh, super. Very good letter. Is there somebody, what? Yes? Yes?
Can I answer?
No. And by the way, you will get kids who will figure it out. They want to go through the puzzle. They say, not yet, not yet. Let's work. We want to try to help everybody. Yes. C. Oh, that is so good. Very good. Very good, sir. D. D. Oh, man.
Oh.
Sir.